Hey guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I am Carmen, and today we are going to be watching Season 1, Episode 3 of The Expanse, and it is called Remember the Cant, which I can only assume is Remember the Canterbury. Without any more of my rambling, let's just get into it.
My name is James Holden, speaking for the 5 survivors of the Canterbury. Our ship was destroyed.
It got out! His SOS, his message, it got out!
Stay calm, and everything will be okay.
No, not like this. Stay calm. Inte kolten gonyagu. Topo chuyeke.
Stay calm, and take Colton Gonyago to Pochuyake.
Better.
Okay, she's
Every time better.
she's
good
teaching
teacher.
him. Earth. They're kind of cute though. Like, I could ship this. Oh, they're putting him on. Oh, yeah. He's very protective of
Put
her.
him down. He's coming with us.
Is he related to the lady on Earth? Is he her son-in-law?
Like redeploy the fleet.
Which will only inflame the situation. We don't even know that the Martians are behind this. We have the word of some ice hauler named James Holden.
He was a naval officer.
You saw his service record.
He has no reason to lie.
Naval
Sirius
officer.
is our station.
Fleet Command will not support redeployment unless we have proof.
How are you gonna get
I seriously
proof?
doubt the Secretary General will want to override us on this.
The Admiral's right.
Like, what's proof?
We know more, we sit tight and wait. Bubble.
Frank.
Bubbles.
See you later.
She got a plan. Look at that face. That is a face of somebody who has a plan. Water? No, that's not water.
8 parents, 1 child,
Yes,
on a 22-acre farm in Montana. Did you know your true parents?
they were all my true parents. Full genetic mix.
And which female did you gestate?
Well, Mother Elise had the widest hips.
You were dishonorably discharged.
He ordered me to fire on a Belter ship.
He was a smuggler?
who was smuggling people.
You had no way of knowing that at the time.
But I was right. Earth and Mars been stepping on the necks of the Belters out here for over 100 years, and I didn't want to be the boot.
So you decided to switch sides.
I stopped playing.
How long have you known that Naomi Nagata was an OPA operative?
What?
Is she? I feel like they're trying to turn them
Never asked.
against each other.
Based on the
Is he like, does that thing make him be able to read minds?
Mars is working with the OPA. We think they're making a move to take Sirius.
The Martians wouldn't do that.
I dated a Martian once. Yeah, she was beautiful, smart, and I love how industrious Martians are.
What?
I remember her.
Alex,
Why is he wearing that?
I flew with the Mars Navy for 20 years before I shipped off on the Cant. So they let me clean up out of respect. Yeah, you see, I served. And I was honorably discharged. There's a hell of a lot more I can say about you, Cowboy. Who stands to gain if Earth and Mars get into a throwdown?
I don't know.
How well do any of us really know Naomi?
The OPA. They're trying to turn them against each other. It's so obvious, like, yo!
Coleman gotta die sometime.
But now,
Give the Martians their water! You have every right to be angry.
Who is he?
I'm Anderson Dawes. I answered all your questions, Detective.
you haven't answered any of my questions. You took a young...
What do you care? You didn't know her.
Maybe he has a heart.
Sirius will need men like you in the days to come.
I don't think that guy can be trusted.
Your educational history is quite impressive.
Creepy. Creepy. Fucking creepy.
How is the ice on KB?
How would I know? BB's a research station off limits to Belters.
Oh,
What's PB?
hands where I can see them, please.
Sign language?
The hell is this? You join up?
Wait, what? That's an option?
What did you guys tell him?
I told them everything. Anything they wanted to know, I told them. I think I made some stuff up at the end. I can't remember. I just kept talking.
That is not surprising to me.
They told me that you faked your medical records and signed on to the Cant to get away from a drug dealer who wanted you dead.
Well, that's true.
So he's not even a real doctor? Are they together? I really didn't think they were romantic, but that seemed romantic.
Sleeper agents. You ever heard of them?
Well, screw you!
Guys. Human Shield, you ever heard of those?
Here we go again.
Call the guards. He'll take the first few bullets.
Enough! Hey! I'm ready to talk, but only to your captain.
Did she?
They were taking inventory.
She set it up.
I laid to the graph that Mars was giving stealth tech to the OPA. He did what I thought he would. They didn't give it to anyone.
It was stolen.
Mars isn't working with the OPA or trying to take control of Sirius.
Then who is?
They didn't destroy the Canterbury.
Then who did?
Yeah, they're framing Mars. So this ship's actually innocent?
You will put out the fire you started by telling everyone, everywhere, that Mars is innocent. That the Canterbury was destroyed through the actions of Naomi Nagata, an operative of an OPA sleeper cell.
She didn't do it though.
Are you willing to make that statement?
No, say no.
That can't be true.
It's not.
Hey, Miller, you need to get your ass back down to the Medina now. We got problems.
Shit, riots, right?
Come on, she is down there.
What?
She kind of needs us here, pal.
His girl. Go to
Wanna
your
take
girl.
it, go.
Yeah. Like,
Kids in there.
shit's escalating.
They're an entire culture dedicated to a common goal, working together as one to turn a lifeless rock into a garden. We had a garden, and we paved it.
They couldn't do any of that without the knowledge of centuries from Earth.
My diplomatic credentials have been revoked. I've been banned from Mars for life. Finally, one night, you demanded to play. You were, I don't know, however old that is. We let you in. And when the deal came to you, you called your game. Tennessee, three-finger hold'em. Your father took it very seriously. He asked you how to play. You said, we each get 5 cards. You dealt them out. Then you pointed to the far end of the yard and you said, now.
Whoever gets to the tree first wins.
You dropped your cards and we're halfway there before anyone else realized what was happening. See, here's the thing. I was terrified for you. I didn't know why, and now I do. You will do anything to win, just like your father. That's what got him killed. I won't play with you. Ever again.
Fuck, is this the aftermath? Oh no.
Stay calm, okay? Take all thing when you get. Just go home.
Oh no.
Miloda be home. Tona, it's not over, Urta. It's just beginning.
No, don't hurt him, don't hurt him. No.
Remember the Cant.
Did they just kill him? But I liked him. Attempting not to tear up because, like, I'm upset. I might take a minute. I was really starting to like him. Let's just talk about the worst, and by worst I mean saddest part of that episode, which was Havelock getting killed at the end just for trying to protect his girl, really, because he went to that other place away from everybody else. I was really starting to like his character. We found out that the reason that he was going to see this Lady of the Night was because he was trying to learn the language of where he was, because he's from Earth. He just seemed like a good guy. It just makes me really sad. I don't know what else to say about it. It just makes me really sad. We found out quite a bit in this episode about the histories of certain characters. With Holden, we found out that he is, or was, a naval officer on Earth, and he was dishonorably discharged because he chose to do the right thing, which, looking at him choosing to do the right thing on the Canterbury, kind of seems like historically him doing the right thing kind of just fucks him over, so maybe he should stop doing the right thing. But I don't actually want him to stop doing the right thing. I find him a very interesting character. He also apparently came from a farm. I cannot remember the state that they said his farm was in, but he came from a farm and he had 8 parents, and he's biologically a mix of them, I believe, and his mother, the one who gave birth to him, was Elise, and they were all his parents, though. It's very confusing and weird, but I guess this is a possible way to have children in the 23rd century. They kind of made it seem like these farms were, the people who owned these places were having kids to use them for either government assistance or as workers, so it was less of a family, but I'm not really sure. I want to know so much more. I really liked the line of Holden didn't want to be the boot that was stepping on the throat of the Belters, which is why he refused his order and was dishonorably discharged from the Navy, because he saw an injustice happening and he couldn't look away, which seems to be indicative of his character and sort of par for the course for his character. I really, really like Holden. He's probably my favorite character right now, and they just keep giving me more reasons to be endeared to him and to like him a lot. We also found out things about other characters. Naomi is possibly in the OPA, which I can't remember what it stands for, but are the OPA bad is my question, or have they not answered that yet? If they haven't answered it yet, don't spoil me, but it kind of seems like the OPA is just a group of people who want things to be better for the Belters, and I don't think that that's a bad thing, because things for the Belters are pretty shitty. So there's definitely a negative connotation with OPA, though. So are they like a terrorist organization, or are they a peaceful organization? Did they already answer this question and I just forgot? Of course, it's also possible that the OPA is behind this attack, because we found out in this episode that it wasn't Mars, that was a plant, that somebody stole stealth technology from Mars, which, to be fair, they had been manufacturing in secret without telling anybody, but they stole it from Mars and then used Martian technology in order to frame Mars so that a war would start. Was it the OPA who did that? We don't know yet, but I'm really interested to know, like, does this get answered in this season? Is this like a seasons long question? God, I hope not, because I want to know. If Naomi is in the OPA or was in the OPA, then I don't think that she had anything to do with blowing up the Canterbury. She doesn't strike me as that kind of person. I feel like she would be in a more peaceful organization. Also, what is Phoebe? They mentioned Phoebe so many times in this episode. I know what it is because they said in the episode that it was a research facility that Belters aren't allowed to go to, right? It's off limits. But who in the Canterbury went to Phoebe? Because somebody did, or else they wouldn't be asking. There's got to be some sort of evidence that somebody from the Canterbury or the night shuttle, which was on the Canterbury, went to Phoebe. And I feel like that's got to be important somehow. We didn't really find out any more about Amos in this episode or his bond to Naomi. I didn't feel like it was romantic in the last episode, but the little face touch they had in this episode made it a bit more like, maybe? I don't 100% get romantic vibes from them, though, so I don't know. But yeah, we didn't find out, I don't think, anything more about Amos. We found out that Alex used to be a naval officer on Mars before he joined the Canterbury, right? for 20 years, which is why they showed him the respect to give him the chance to clean up and to put the outfit on and all that stuff. And we also found out that Shed faked his medical records, or not his medical records, but his, well, I guess medical records, medical credentials, I guess would be the proper word, in order to escape a drug dealer that was after him so he could get on the Canterbury, which, seeing how Shed has behaved in these past few episodes, really not that surprising, honestly, but it does make me more interested in his character. I find him a very interesting and relatable, funny sort of character, so I want to see more of him. I like him. We met the guy from the docks. I think his name is Ellison Dawes, but I might have gotten it wrong. He seems shady AF, and I don't trust him at all. At all. We also saw Miller is still searching for Juliet and her connection. He knows that she was on the scopuli now. He knows that that has something to do with it. They want him to stop investigating, just like forget the case. But he's not going to forget the case because he feels something fishy there. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I wonder if whoever it really was that destroyed the scopuli has Juliet as a prisoner wherever they are. I thought it was Mars because all signs pointed to Mars, but it wasn't Mars. It was somebody pretending it was Mars in order to start a war. So who is it really, and is she worth keeping alive? I did feel really bad for Franklin de Graaff, the UN ambassador to Mars, after... Why do I not know her name? I should look it up, honestly, but I don't want to get spoiled. But after she sort of tricked him into giving away the news that Mars does indeed have stealth technology. But it's not necessarily a bad thing that she did it because it proved that it wasn't Mars. So that should stop the war that was going to happen. I guess explanation doesn't excuse what she did, though. She betrayed his trust, and I understand why he would be hurt by it, especially since he's known her since she was a kid. He seems like he feels like he can't trust her now, which is really sad, but I just felt bad for that guy and his husband. They were exiled from Mars, never allowed to go back. They were going to start like a winery, and they loved Mars, and he felt like Mars had something that Earth had lost, this unification, this ability to work together towards this common goal. And now he's stuck on Earth, which doesn't have that goal anymore. I thought overall this episode was really, really good. I'm still shook about the ending and the fact that they killed Havelock, and it's kind of upsetting because it feels like if Holden hadn't sent the message out saying that it was Mars, then that probably wouldn't have happened. I'm just a bit bummed after this episode. Really excited that we got to learn so much about so many characters. I definitely want to know where the story is going to go from here. Alright, so I think that is it. As always, let me know what y'all thought in the comments below. And until next time, bye guys.